She saw the prayer beads in the CEO's hand, which were exactly the same as the ones in her hand. The girl then realized the CEO was the father of the 3 children in her womb. She nervously approached the CEO, asking if he remembered her. Looking at the pure and innocent girl, the CEO couldn't seem to recall who she was. When the girl took out a set of prayer beads he had lost, the CEO suddenly remembered the night a month ago, when he had been with her at a bar. The CEO had always thought the girl was a hostess. He quickly realized her intentions, and intended to settle her entanglement with money. As a college student, the girl only wanted $5,000 to terminate the pregnancy at the hospital, but the CEO misunderstood, thinking she was asking for $50 million. Angry, he pressed her for a reason for the money. When he heard the girl say she was pregnant, the CEO froze in place. At this time, the CEO's mother, who had briefly met the girl once, approached. She planned to introduce her son to the girl. To the mother's surprise, the girl was already carrying her son's child, but the CEO assumed the girl was a fraud. The mother consulted a doctor to confirm the girl's situation, and received a definite answer from the doctor. It turned out the girl was expecting triplets. The mother thanked God with joy. The CEO had always thought he was infertile, so he didn't believe the children in the girl's belly were his. Although the girl's background raised suspicions, the CEO's mother insisted on bringing her home. And so, the girl arrived at the luxurious mansion. She couldn't believe her children's father was the richest man in the country. Knowing she wasn't a good match for the CEO, she intended to leave, as she saw the CEO didn't like her. But the CEO's mother reassured her, saying her son wasn't good at expressing love, and encouraged her to stay and focus on her pregnancy. Later, the mother asked the CEO to take good care of the pregnant girl, and to marry her as soon as possible. Unexpectedly, the CEO had no affection for the girl, thinking his mother had purposely arranged for the girl to meet him at the bar. The suspicious CEO couldn't help but ask the girl if he was her first client that night at the bar. The girl was taken aback for a moment, then replied that she was in desperate need of money and had many clients. Hearing this, the CEO assumed she was indeed a hostess. He brought out a marriage agreement for her to sign, stating he couldn't accept a loveless marriage. He would take responsibility for the children after they were born, and would compensate her. Little did he know the girl only wanted $5,000 for the procedure, so she adjusted the compensation in the contract to $5,000, and wrote an IOU for $5,000, promising to work to repay it over time. At this point, the girl's mother used her grandmother's heirloom as leverage, to force the girl to return home and marry a 50-year-old man for the dowry. The girl secretly left the CEO's house, trying to get her grandmother's heirloom back before going to the hospital, only to be tied up by her parents. They forced her to agree to marry the older man for the dowry money. At the critical moment, the CEO arrived just in time to stop it.